We are continuing our journey building an amazing Pokemon TCG collection on a budget. Here's 5 more undervalued cards in the current market. What's going on, Funhouse crew? Welcome back to the channel, TCG Funhouse, where we open up Pokemon cards, we talk about Pokemon cards, that's right, and in the greatest finger guns of history, I'm here to have fun with you guys here in the Pokemon community. And that's right, it's Monday, and you guys know what Monday means. It's our series of 5 undervalued Pokemon TCG cards in the current market that I think are worth picking up, adding to your collection, your Pokemon investment retirement portfolio at current market prices, where I believe these cards are going to go up in price either relatively soon or at least down the road. I would almost consider these like can't miss buys for long-term purchase if you want to sell your cards, your entire collection in the future, and retire on a beach in California. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in California, so maybe Florida, but I live there. That's even worse. But right before we start diving into today's list, make sure you guys drop a sub and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our Pokemon content 4 times per week here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 2 p.m. for all kinds of Pokemon TCG stuff. Plus, it's at least one of the things that you have to do to get an entry for our January giveaway, which is this amazing Pikachu V-Box and Shining Fates, and this is the last week that we are doing this particular giveaway, so make sure you guys get your entry details at the very end of the video. Without further ado, let's dive right into today's list, which is in no particular order, and don't forget guys, we're going to be using the TCG Funhouse Facts to make these purchases and make smarter decisions in the Pokemon TCG. F stands for fan favorite, A for affordability, C for condition, T for trends, and S for supply. And if you want a bigger breakdown of the little acronym that I've created, go check out some of the previous videos where I break it down in detail. I might even have a investing for beginners video coming out later on in the month of February. So, number 5, in no particular order, the word's out. I've said this in the last video. Hidden Fates is going up in price right now, and we need to catch it before the rocket leaves the stratosphere, guys. So I'm going with the Glaceon GX Shiny version. Full art from Hidden Fates in the Shiny Vault collection. This card has already gone up $3 in price just in the past couple of months, a month and a half or so. You were able to pick up this card for about $14 back then. It is now up into that $17.25 range right now, which is still a good buy. The reason why I chose Glaceon is because it's the most affordable of the shiny variant evolutions, and I think evolutions are huge to add to the collections. They're fan favorites. The Pokemon Company is going to continue to focus on Eevee and the evolution lines. I do think we're going to get more. Big expectations here. Generation 9 going to be announced later this year and likely to be released in Q4. And I'm really hoping that we get more evolutions added to the list. I know the Pokemon Company loves the versatility and just the diversity that Eevee and all the evolutions bring to the table. So adding them to your collection is never a bad deal. And this is the very first shiny Glaceon that was ever printed. We may get more in the future, who knows. But adding shiny variants of evolutions and full art forms are one of the best sets ever made in the Pokemon TCG of Hidden Fates. It's a can't miss. Pick it up right now because it's going to be over $20. Probably at least by the end of this year, if not within the next 5 or 6 months. With alternate arts being all the rage for 2021 and likely continuing into 2022, a lot of people are forgetting the original kind of alternate arts that came out in terms of Black Star promos during the Sun and Moon era. So coming in on this portion of the list is the Reshiram and Charizard GX Black Star promo that came inside the Reshiram box. I love tag team cards. I think the Sun and Moon era, at least the latter half of it, is going to be 100% remembered for its tag team cards, and I don't know if we'll ever get something like this again, where they're giving us multiple Pokemon on one card. It could have been just a very niche printed section, which makes me think that all the tag team cards are going to be very nostalgic and worth buying in the future. But in particular, when you have the linchpin Pokemon for all of the Pokemon TCG and Charizard, along with a legendary Pokemon like Reshiram, including it being an alternate art, if this card would have been inside of a TCG set, it would be absolutely ridiculously expensive. It would be the chase card for whatever set that it was in, and everybody would want it. And the Reshiram box is actually one of the best boxes to add to a sealed collection as well. I like taking them out because, to me, sometimes the longer these beautiful promo cards sit inside those collection boxes, the more chance they have of being damaged is. And the value of that box is in the promo card. Right now, you can still get this card for around $20 over on TCG Player, and it has been going up in price, very similar to the Glaceon GX. It was about 17 bucks 3 months ago. Prices are recovering from the huge dip that we had, and they're starting to go up and settle a little bit more. This card, around $20, is still a good buy. If it starts to get up in that $25, $26, $27 range, you might be stretching at that point because the increase won't be as significant. But I can definitely see this card being, easily twice the price that it is right now in just a couple of years. The Reshiram box was not readily available at stores for a very long time. It had one wave, maybe a very small second wave, but for the most part, once it was off the shelves, it was off. I've not seen any restocking of it at all, and I don't anticipate it to ever come back again. So, I mean, just to show you guys what I'm talking about, there's only 21 of these over on TCG Player right now. That's a very low number compared to some of the stuff I talk about here on these undervalued card lists. So when you got Charizard involved, you got alternate art involved, and there's only 21 available, that check marks a lot of boxes, man. I would go pick up a couple of these right now. Today's video is brought to you by Titan Shield. Empower passion and preserve value over on their Amazon store, which is the best place to pick up these wonderful sleeves and card protectors. Let's take a look and see what they have. Using code Funhouse15 at the checkout gives you 15% off the entire order. Take a look at these standard size sleeves, which are perfect for Magic the Gathering and Pokemon collectors. They have your fan favorites of black and clear, along with some more unique options like the pink and orange, which are super phenomenal. They also have these in the Japanese sizes for all of you Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. My favorite product they carry, though, are the perfect fits. The double sleeving, the double protection is absolutely phenomenal, and these are very, very affordable. You get 1,000 inner sleeves for $20 before the 15% off. This is my absolute favorite product that they do carry, but they have everything, guys. Look at these top loaders, 3x4, penny sleeves, 9-page pockets. They have everything that you need over on the Amazon store. Use the link in the description, guys, and don't forget to use Funhouse code Funhouse15 to get 15% off your entire Titan Shield order. Making it at the halfway marker on today's list, we're going back in our little time machine to Wizards of the Coast era. The yellow bordered E-Series Expedition, one of my favorite sets of all time, which I believe the entire set is undervalued. So many fan favorite Pokemon in this. I'm going with the Mewtwo regular rare. And I've said this a couple times in my videos before. I like to buy the regular rares from these types of sets because they're significantly more affordable than the holographics. And I build my collection and my Pokemon investment on a budget. And the fact that this card is still around $17 in the market price is huge, right? As long as you can get this card for under 20 bucks, I think it's a good buy. And I like buying non-holographic rares as well because there's a very good chance that you're going to get them in better condition than the holographics. The number one thing that goes wrong in vintage cards is the holographic. It gets scuffed, it gets scratched, going in and out of sleeves, in and out of binders and top loaders for its entire life. And next thing you know, the holographic just looks like, a toddler took a little razor blade to it and just like... Why toddlers have razor blades? I have no clue. It kind of just came out of my mouth, and you just have to go with it sometimes. But the regular rares, and I would even drop down into lightly played for this particular card, because if you can get the lightly played version for, look, lightly played online, you can get for around under $10 right now. So anytime it's about half the price as the near mint condition, I think it's definitely worth picking up. because without the holographic being compromised, there's a good chance that you're going to get a very good condition card, even at lightly played, for these vintage regular rares. And when you're dealing with Mewtwo, who's always going to be in the Pokemon genre, right? He's known as the most powerful Pokemon. I said it in the Detective Pikachu movie. The most powerful Pokemon in history, right? Arceus might have something to say about that. But Mewtwo's right there. He really, really is. But yeah, I mean, getting these regular rares, fan favorites, Mewtwo, legendary, a linchpin Pokemon in the entire Pokemon genre, you really can't go wrong. I think it's worth picking up this card at under that $20 marker. I would say like 17, 18 bucks for near mint, and then like $8, $9 for lightly played. I'm okay with it. We're sticking with some old school cards here in the next entry, but we're skipping past Wizards of the Coast. We're going with one of the first sets printed by the Pokemon Company themselves, and I'm going with Umbreon from EX Sandstorm. EX Sandstorm is a very underrated set that has tons and tons of amazing good Pokemon to buy, so keep an eye out for that set in general, and Umbreon is one of those. It's a regular rare card, so a lot of the stuff I said about the Mewtwo, you can say about the Umbreon card as well. It's a fan favorite, it's a non-holographic, so you don't have to worry about that being scuffed, and it still is decently affordable right now. Now, there's a little bit of a flux between here, just on the first page, because there's only 9 near mint condition of these over on TCG Player right now. They range from $8 all the way to $15 just on the first page. So it's kind of hard to determine what the price is, but I'll tell you what my buy price is, and that's $10 or below. There's about 3 or 4 of these on TCG Player right now from sellers that are under 10 bucks. I think that's a pretty good buy. I am not picking up this card for $15. That is too expensive. Even in its near mint condition, it's too expensive. But the fact that there's only 9 sellers that have these up on TCG Player right now is crazy to me, that there's not much of this card out there. It's a fan favorite, Umbreon. Everything I said about Evolutions and Glaceon is here as well. So it's kind of like putting number 3 and number 5 together and giving me number 2 on today's list. That was weird. So unless you're like with me and really paying attention to today's video, it didn't make much sense. But Umbreon regular rare from EX Sandstorm is a good buy at $10 or below. You guys know with my 5th entry on these lists, I like to give you guys a couple of cards, and I'm going to continue that trend and will continue it moving forward, but I feel like I still need to say it so that way people who are new to the channel and this videos aren't confused on why there's multiple cards. But I'm actually going with, and this is a spicy one, guys. I'm going to get a lot of comments about this. I want to know your guys' thoughts about this purchase as well. I'm going with the Detective Pikachu stamped Pikachu cards, the 2 Black Star promos that have stamped Pikachu cards of Detective Pikachu for the movie promo. I think these are massive purchases that are going to hold tons and tons of value in the future. Detective Pikachu was the very first live-action Pokemon movie that we got. I think that they're going to be creating an entire series of movies of live-action Pokemon, including TV series, movies, all that kind of stuff, right? So I think Detective Pikachu is going to have a ton of nostalgia for a lot of collectors, especially young collectors who may have been introduced to the Pokemon TCG or to Pokemon at all by going and watching Detective Pikachu at the movie theaters, or sharing that with their parents, you know, who took them, or watching it at home, or maybe they're going to start watching the new series that's coming out. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's Pikachu, right? So you got the 2 fan favorites, the most recognizable Pokemon in the entire genre, with stamped exclusive cards. I think Detective Pikachu as a set is fully underrated all day long, and I kick myself in the butt for not picking up more of those case files at Target back when they were on clearance. I just didn't see the value at the time. But now that I am a little bit more understanding of the Pokemon TCG and how the market ebbs and flows and what is actually holds value down the road, these Detective Pikachu cards are going to be some of those items, because they touch a lot of boxes. They're going to be very recognizable. It's going to be amazing. They're going to be connected to the very first live-action movie forever, for the history of Pokemon, which is massive. So I think picking these up, one of them goes for about $10 right now, and the other one goes for about $15. I don't care what the prices are on these. I'm buying that right now. These are going to go up. They're going to double, triple, quadruple in price over the next 10 years or so as we get more movies and stuff like that. They're just big buys right now. They're a little bit heftier for what you're getting. Like, it's hard to say, hey, 15 bucks for a Black Star promo Detective Pikachu. But I'm telling you right now, that stamp on those cards is going to mean a ton in the future. So I think it's worth picking some up. That's it, guys. That is Monday's edition of Top 5 Undervalued and Underrated Pokemon TCG Cards that are worth buying and adding to your collection right now. Make sure you guys check out the newest episode of the Gym Leaders podcast every single Wednesday here at 2 p.m. with ASX TCG. It's one of my favorite things to do. We really just get down into the nitty-gritty about how we feel about Pokemon TCG, whatever specific topic that we have talked about. We've talked about grading. We've talked about the Pokemon community. We've talked about 2022 expectations. All kinds of stuff, guys. Really spicy, fun episodes. We get to just be ourselves and chat. It's really fun, guys. It really is, so don't miss that out. Plus, you can find that Gym Leaders podcast over on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify. I keep forgetting Spotify every time. And Overcast as well. Give us a follow over there. Give us a 5-star review. It really, really helps, guys. But yeah, I mean, I know what you guys are waiting for. You're waiting for your entry details on the Shining Fates Pikachu box because this is your last week to get entries. And you can get an entry for every single video for the month of January. But you need the full details. And here they are right now. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned to the end of today's video. It's time for those entry details. January 2022, we're giving away a Pikachu V collection box from Shining Fates. Shining Fates is massive right now for sealed collectors. I particularly would not open this box, but once you win it, it's yours. You can do whatever you want. I would keep it sealed though. I think Shining Fates is going to be massive for sealed collection, and it's coming to its end of reign. As more subsets come out, Shining Fates will be forgotten about, and I think it's worth buying right now while I can still sometimes find it out at the store. But it's just like every other giveaway that we have done here on the channel. You must be a subscriber, you must hit the like on this particular video, and you must leave a comment on this video as well. And remember, you can get an entry for every full-length video that we do here on the channel, and we're going to be looking to go to 4 videos a week instead of 3. That's massive. That's an additional entry every single week. So make sure you guys are doing that because you can get an entry for every single video that we post. That is huge. Stop looking at my 4 hats. I know you guys enjoy when the band matches the color of the background, but since I turned it on rainbow, I didn't know which hat to wear. So this is what you get. I know it's really cool. I know. It's so heavy, though. It's pushing my ears down. It kind of hurts. But thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night.